If you have not yet subscribed to the Christian Research Journal, you can do so right now in a safe, secure fashion on the World Wide Web at equip.org. When you write me at Post Office Box 8500, Charlotte, North Carolina, zip code 28271, or as you talk to our resource consultants, 888-7000-CRI, a brand new edition of the Christian Research Journal out. The cover story, the cover article, is intriguing to say the least, looking under the surface of the millennial generation. Christian Smith and Melinda Denton say that the vision of the universe that millennials have inherited from their parents and from their culture is the vision of a morally insignificant universe. So when one looks up into the stars, one simply sees empty space in which no one else is at home. They see short lives, lives that have come by chance, lives in an insignificant bit of carbon floating in a galaxy destined for extinction. No larger law-like order in nature that structures the moral living of the human race. No judgment, no final retribution or punishment, not even a remembrance of one's life after time and physics have run their course. Simply self, simply a world and experience, nothing more. In other words, when you take back the cover and you look underneath the surface of the millennial generation, you find a generation not just living in the shadow of the Bible, as the baby boomers did, but a generation echoing the values of their parents as echo boomers, values that are now separated so far from the Bible that people themselves have become mini-gods, and therefore the church has begun to cater to the self as opposed to pointing people to the Savior. Now, it's one thing to curse the darkness. It's another thing to build a lighthouse in the midst of the gathering storm. And I think the article in the Christian Research Journal, again, it's the cover story. The article in the Christian Research Journal is one of the most brilliantly written articles we've ever offered our constituency. It is an article worth reading and devouring if, in fact, we want to reach the millennial generation with the gospel, if we want to make the church not a microcosm of the culture, but a change agent in the culture. Joining me on the Bible Answer Man broadcast is the article's author, Mark Sayers. He's a speaker and an author. He specializes in interpreting popular culture from a Christian viewpoint. And he is the founder of Uber, a ministry that specializes in issues of youth and young adult discipleship. He lives in Melbourne, Australia with his wife Trudy, daughter Grace, and they are expecting twins any moment. Good to have you on the broadcast, Mark.
Good to be here.
Mark, talk to us for a moment about the new kind of human and how to reach that human in this particular epoch of time.
I think I'm using the term new human in a sense to, I guess, express how differently millennials view the world. I think, often we don't get beneath the surface of really just how different their worldview is and how different their worldview is, as you were saying in the intro, to a biblical worldview. For me, new humans are people who are coming of age, trying to find a sense of meaning in a world where the sacred, where the Christian idea of transcendence has been completely removed. And therefore, often when they talk to us, it can sound like they're looking for, I guess, Christian answers, when actually I think they're looking for something very different. And I think that that sort of lack of transcendence and lack of the sacred completely is the motivation behind so much of what they do.